Live. All right. All right, everybody. We are about ready to go. Let me take this off. And welcome to the show. So, Pat, did you find the feed that I had scheduled? So, yeah, so I was able to schedule this feed in advance because the Switcher app that I use, they added that feature. And so it's kind of nice. And I just got to get used to doing it and making sure it works good. Everybody, we're doing a gator tail. There it is. This thing is really cool. This thing is about 4 pounds. Here, hold on. Let me put a pair of gloves on. And so look, same as usual. If you guys can share the feed, you guys can do on Facebook. You can do those watch parties. This is going to be a pretty interesting day. We're going to do a bacon weave on this gator tail. And so this is it. So what is this? It's about 8, 16. It's about 30 inches long from tip to tip. But, you know, when it goes in the smoker, it's going to be like this, and it's going to be all wrapped in bacon. I soaked this thing in buttermilk overnight to help tenderize it some. And then I thought about dissecting it and just doing the loins separate, but then showing you how to dissect a gator tail. So a gator, if you notice, it has 1, 2, 3, 4 loins on it. Okay, these are just loins. So when you order gator meat, a lot of time it's going to be this top when it says tail. These are the tenderloins. See how fat they are on the bottom? They call those the jelly. Again, I don't know why they call them the jelly, but they do. So you see the muscle is way bigger on the bottom than it is on the top. I have no idea how big this gator was. I figure if this is a 30-inch tail, this thing had to be, I'm going to say 6 or 7 foot gator. I don't know. But anyway, we're going to take and season this thing up. We're going to wrap it with a bacon weave and put it on the smoker. The only thing is it's not going to be done by the time the show's over. So it's going to take a couple to a few hours to do this tail. Why do we wrap it in bacon? To keep it from drying out. Okay, so look, who do we have on here? Let me take these gloves. That's it. Brian Bailey, what's up, buddy? So Phil, Nate, Russell, Lucas. Who else we got? So look, if you guys can share the feed, you can do those watch parties. Whatever you can do to help get more people on this feed would be great. John Smith, what's up? What are we looking like on viewers? Okay, 95. All right, so look, if we can get over 100, I can get started, man. And that is only 5 more. So look, and everybody on Instagram, thanks a lot for showing up too. Truly appreciate it. We've been doing a lot of gator all week. Yesterday I was actually going to do a gator loin, but I was kind of gatored out. You know what I mean? So does anybody know? You know what? I wish I had one of my hats out here. Actually, does anybody want to win a banner? All right. So the first person to post where the largest gator in the United States was ever captured, what size, and what year. Now I know the answer. So whoever posts that answer first gets this banner for free. All right. Now, if you haven't done a bacon weave before, I'm going to show you how to do it. And if you have, hey, maybe you can tell me if I'm doing something wrong. I don't know. But look, a lot of people use. All right, what's the answer, Pat? What's the answer you got, Pat? Oh, no. Hold on. Is that your answer, Pat, or is somebody posting that answer? Oh, no. Pat is ineligible to win. So, nope. I forgot to bring my bacon out. So I actually put the bacon in the freezer because an enemy of doing a bacon weave is it getting warm and not not staying workable, right? So we want the bacon. We want the bacon to that is wrong. What year? Okay, so somebody got the answer almost right, but they got the wrong year. They got the wrong year. All right, so it's still out. Yeah. Pat. Yeah, so Pat just told me the answer. I already knew it. And somebody posted the right state and the right size. Now, really, I could be really picky and make you put the inches too, and I think you should put the exact, put the feet and inches, and you have to get the year right also. So I'm not going to say who got it wrong. Can't say who got it wrong. Now, if you don't want the banner, I'll give you a trucker hat or a baseball cap or a t-shirt, either one. Any one of those things is fine. But who wouldn't want one of these? My banner, it's a windy day, so my banner keeps flying up. There it is. So like I said, somebody has the right answer but the wrong year. All right? Okay, we're going to have to do a couple bacon weaves. So we can get started on that. So I just hope I got enough bacon. If I got two packs of the right bacon. And if that's not enough, I got 2 packs of Black Label. But the Black Label is this regular thickness. Well, somebody just posted an answer that I don't know anything about. So, and Pat, now if I happen to be wrong, then I happen to be wrong. But I'm pretty sure I'm right. Yeah. Yes, so Pat, so we want to know in what state, what year, and what size was the largest gator captured or shot, however you want to say it, in the United States. This does not count, crocodiles over in Australia and all that kind of stuff. All right, so now, bacon weave is going to take a whole pound or a whole pack of bacon. It just does. Okay? So, you just lay all your bacon out, fold every other strip in half, and then you just start laying it out. Alright? So, 210. Look, we want to see a lot of people checking out this gator tail. So, we need more people out here. So then you take your weave. Now, does anybody know why we use bacon as the weave? We don't use bacon to wrap the gator in because we like bacon. That's really not why. Although it looks cool, it's delicious, and we all love bacon. But that's not why you do it. So, do you know why? We could do another contest for that. So, well, I don't know. Nobody's getting the right answer for that one so far. No. Are you certain? Delete that answer. Because it's giving it away now. Alright. So, if you work for Grill Beast or Grill Beast Foods, you cannot win. So do you know why we use bacon and it's not because it looks cool or because it's good. There's an actual reason why you want to use bacon when you cook a gator. I mean, You see it all the time, right? All right, Kenny Stark just won. Yep, Kenny Stark just won. Yep, Kenny Stark just won because it is in 1890. It was 19'2", and it was in Louisiana. So I think Kenny already has a daggone flag or a banner. But you know, Kenny, if you already have a banner, you can choose a hat or t-shirt or whatever, man, whatever. How are we looking on people? So we got 228 people. That is awesome, dude. If everybody could hit that share button and or watch party button, that'd be cool. Because pretty soon we're gonna be wrapping, seasoning this thing up and wrapping it with some bacon. We're gonna throw salt and pepper. We're gonna use Casa M's pecking order on it, and then we're gonna wrap it in bacon. We're gonna use a little bit of olive oil on it. Lately, I've been using a lot of Casa M. They got a lot of good stuff. Jason Willigen just came out with some new seasonings too, and I just heard that some are on my way, or on the way to me, and so I'm going to be using those next week. And his is Fire Therapy Barbecue is the name of his rubs, and everything that I've tried so far, Jason, is kick ass, to say the least. All right, so look, you see this nice thick bacon weave here. So let me see. Get one more strip on here. Now you see I have this on one of our grill mats. A lot of people use parchment paper, but the good thing about these grill mats, they're beast mats, is they work just like the parchment paper, but you can keep using them, right? And you can put them in the oven. Like parchment paper, you can put that in the oven too. You can put it in the grill. But there you go. That's one weave. We're going to need a couple weaves to get this thing done. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and rub it down with some oil, because once I start weaving it, then I'm not going to want to stop. Now you can do like a olive oil butter sauce to kind of oil it down with. I know I'm getting my bottle here all contaminated, but I'll wash it off later. So like I said, if you just came on, let me kind of show this to everybody again. If you just came on, this is a whole gator tail. It's like 30 inches long. That's a guess. You know, I didn't actually measure it, but it's about 30 inches. You can look at it and see, right? And you can see it has 4 loins. It has a loin here, a loin there, a loin here, and a loin here. These are just regular loins. These are the tenderloins. See how thick they are? And they call them the jelly. But I guess because they move like jelly, they're so tender, right? But they are, these are the best parts of the gator. You can get these at grillbeastfoods.com. I got a link in the post. So if you have any questions about gator, let me know. And I need to season this thing up, and then we're going to start wrapping it with bacon. Oh, I got something kind of funny to show everybody too. I showed it the other night. It's a little illustration of the different parts of the gator and what meat you get from that gator. So let me show that to everybody, and then I'll show you the funny part. So like you got this, right? I know on Instagram it's going to show backwards, but there's nothing I can do about that. But everywhere else it shows the skin. Lucas, they took the skin off and they're turning it into a hide or making some shoes out of it or something. Somebody's going to be wearing that skin. So don't worry about that. So with Casa M, you add your own salt. Okay. which is kind of like a nice thing. You can add as much or as little salt as you want. And I'm adding the pepper too. Yeah, so the whole thing about Grillby's Foods, we ship Gator, boudin, crawfish pies. We just found our supplier for rattlesnake. All this stuff we can ship all around the United States. Yeah, that would be good. Gator belts, Grillby's Gator belts. So, all right. So let me salt and pepper the other side here. And then we'll put the Casa M on it. There we go. Hey, maybe we'll do the Gator hats. Grillby's Gator hat, Gator head hat. All right. 242 people, that's pretty good. Remember, hit the share button, the like button, and the watch party button. Where's all that smoke coming from? All right, so then we're using the pecking order on here. This is the first time I've used the pecking order, I think. Yeah, so Pat just told me how good it is. So remember, see, now you're going to see like I'm using the Grillby's mesh and the mats. I'm using the mats to do my bacon weave, and I'm using the mesh. You'll see the mesh is going to come in handy when I'm lifting this thing around and putting it in the smoker, right? There we go. So can you guys see this thing really good, or do I need to like keep picking it up? So let me show it up close again. And just for people who are just coming on, just so you know, and I know I'm repeating myself, but it's because people are just coming on. So it's got 4 loins, left and the right top, left and the right bottom. The bottom is the tenderloins, but it's all good tail meat, right? It's all real tender. It's the best part of the Gator. Okay, so this here, put that right there. So look, see, I'm gonna look, see how you use the mat? Here we go. Now I'm gonna have to do another weave. We're gonna do another weave. All right, so another weave. If you notice, I'm putting the fat ends opposite each other each time. That way it comes out even. All right, so let me see if I can get this open. I gotta take these gloves off. All right, do I have any questions up there, Pat? Nobody has any questions, any comments? All right, so, hey, and if you've done this, if you've done a bacon wrapped Gator, let us know. Let us know. I know we have some people in the group that do Gator in our Grillby's VIP group. And if you're not in the Grillby's VIP group, you should be. Let me see. All right. So let me see if I can get this. See, once the bacon starts warming up, it makes it extra sticky. So a little bit bigger. I think one more maybe. Yeah, that's it. And then you do every other one. You flip it halfway. Every other one. So, very, very soon we're going to be doing a rattlesnake. So I think they're diamondback snakes. As far as I'm thinking right now, we're not shipping to Canada because of the paperwork involved. Um, yeah, because it's just shipping regular stuff to Canada is costly. Yeah, and now shipping food, I don't know the laws and all that kind of stuff. So so as of right now, we're not shipping outside the United States. Um, there's some things that we can't ship to like California even. You know, so there's so many restrictions. But yeah, so but that's just the way it is, right? So, all right. So we got. I'm almost done this weave. Yes, we're selling whole gators too. So we're selling gator tails, whole gators, gator meat, gator loins, everything like that. The reason we're doing the gator tails is because sometimes people don't want to spend a bunch of money for a whole gator, or maybe they can't do a whole gator, but you can buy a tail, like a 3-foot tail, and have a great time. You know, have plenty of meat for everybody, and it's exciting doing a whole tail. So you know, that's why we're offering that option. Yeah, so you want to cook it till it's 160. And to be honest, I am not 100% sure how long this thing is going to take to cook. My guess is about 2.5 hours. A regular loin takes about an hour, doing it at like 225. So I'm guessing this is going to be about 2.5 hours. So what I'm going to do is when it's done cooking, I'll do another live feed. And that way everybody can hop back on and check out the done gator. The done gator. All right, this thing is almost wrapped up. How many people got on? All right, okay, so here we go. So we got that. Now the trick is to keep this weave intact while I do the other weave. Actually, what I'm going to do is this is the tricky part, people. So right now, right here, hold on 1 second. So right now we have all kinds of gator meat. We have boudin and we have crawfish pies. Over the next few weeks, we're gonna have live crawfish that can be shipped overnight to your house anywhere in the United States. We're gonna have rattlesnake. We should have bison. Okay, so look, so like, because the tail tapers, I'm going to trim some of this bacon. Well, actually, I'm not. I'm just going to let it rest just like that. Now, this other part of the tail here, I'm just going to wrap it with pieces. Now, so yeah, so it will cook quicker, and this bottom, this end of it might even dry out. I don't know, but I'm wrapping it with bacon really good. Hopefully it comes out okay. Yeah, so as you can see, I mean, I got this thing loaded down with bacon. Now, I have to kind of apologize just a little bit. I do have to take a picture. So we need a picture for the website. So if I can get a picture for the website, that would be awesome. Hopefully y'all don't mind. Oh yeah, we had people I know we've gotten some emails and questions on some of our live feeds when we're coming out with our grill brush. And like, if you don't know, like, Grill Beast is a barbecue accessory company. Grill Beast Foods is a food company. Two separate companies. We have, I think it's like 10 or 12 accessories right now. We're coming out with our brush. That should be here by the middle of March is my best guess. It could be sooner. It'd be nice if it was sooner. So, anyway, I do need to get like a quick picture. I hope y'all don't mind. I gotta do it. If I don't, then I'm gonna be mad at myself. All right, good enough. All right, so now you might be wondering why I use the mesh, right? The grilling screen. I'm going to show you right now the advantage of, like, the screens are one of the most useful tools I think we have. You know, like, I mean, spatulas. I mean, look, like, our spatula is great, right? It's all heavy duty. It's a big spatula. We call it a shovel. Our tongs, awesome. We got a mop. We got Beast Nitrile. We got Beast Armor, barbecue gloves. But I tell you what, the screens, it allows you to pick stuff up like this and put it on. Can y'all see this really good? And put it on the grill, and then when it comes time to take it off the grill, same exact thing. You can just take and pick that thing up without messing up any of the bacon or whatever. So this is all intact. How's that look, everybody? Does that look all right? I'm actually going to put some Casa M on top of the bacon too. I'm looking forward to Jason Williamson's new rubs coming out. He's been rocking it. All right, so I got the smoker. It's running at 210 is what it's the actual temp is. So I'm going to run it slow like that. Slide this thing right in there. There you go. What time is it? All right, so 12:29, 1:29. So we're looking at about 1:30 Central Time. Probably it will be done. So let me show you the joke. How many people? All right, so let me show you the joke. This thing I thought was hilarious. And I showed it the other night. So I'm not going to sit here like online for 2 hours while we wait. But I am going to kind of like. So anyway. So. Yeah, so we don't have them yet, but I have a whole bunch of them ready to go. So look. So this is the diagram of the Gator, and this is like all the different Gator cuts that come out of each section, you know, just like they do with the cows and the pigs and all that. It's kind of helpful, right? So you know where that piece of meat comes from on the animal. So on the next page of this book, it had this, where a gator is showing to other gators the best parts of a human and where they're located. So anyway, I kind of thought it was cool. Just wanted to share that with everybody. Again, congratulations to Adam Duncan. He won some local barbecue contest. I don't really have all the details. Kip Chandler, congratulations on your new grandbaby. Hey, I got a few of them myself now, so congratulations to that. That's a great idea. Let's see. So Jonathan is cooking 140 145-pound hogs. 245-pound hogs. Wow. That's pretty good. So what else we got? Just in time for start the Daytona 5. Stephen Manis, are you at the Daytona 500? I was actually supposed to be there. And then a little mishap happened, and it didn't happen. So I actually thought I might have to call the show off today, because last minute somebody said, hey, you want to go to Daytona 500? I'm like, heck yeah, I can do Feast with the Beast from Daytona 500. And it didn't happen. So just like Shannon said, are you hungry yet for some Gator? There you go, Lucas. Yay, Kip. Yeah, that's right. Congratulations to Kip. Kip was our very first admin in Grill Beast VIP. Brian Bailey. Yeah, so we're on Instagram too, Brian. But I'm going to post the pictures on Instagram and on Facebook. Fred, that's right. That is some food porn. Drop the end of the tail in a shallow pan. Ooh. So I don't know if that would help it or not, Jason, because it's still going to keep cooking, right? But it will help it keep it from drying out. Well, hopefully all that bacon will keep it from drying out. On the end of the tail is what we're talking about. Right? Oh, yeah, Jonathan Huddle. Yeah, he is. Girls of Mississippi. Yeah. So Jonathan's on here? Oh, okay, Jonathan. Foaling will accelerate. Oh, right. Good. Oh, so, but now Jonathan says foiling. So is he saying I should foil or I shouldn't foil? I'm thinking I'm not foiling. I don't want it to accelerate. I want it to cook nice and slow. Sounds like Jonathan has experience with Gator. Maybe I should have called Jonathan up. Chaz, sup, man? Yep, Pat's in my ear, everybody. So I'm not like just talking to myself. This thing isn't like here just for because I want to look cool or anything. Pat's actually talking to me and helping me with the questions and stuff like that. So let's see, did we have 2 contests or 1? There's just 1. So yeah, the reason you use bacon is because Gator meat doesn't have any fat in it. Okay, when you skin a Gator, the fat is between the muscle and the skin. So like, you know, with cows and pigs and all that, the fat runs through the meat. Well, with Gator, the fat does not run through the meat. It's on top of the meat. So when they skin it, they defat it. They take all the Gator, like Gator fat is not good to like melt down or not render down or anything. That's trash. You don't want it. So they get rid of it. And then you have meat that doesn't have any fat to keep it moist and all. So that's why you wrap a Gator with bacon, just for the fat. And bacon fat is the best tasting. I'm not sure. When did you send the message? And did you send it through email or the business page or what? And I don't know what the message is. You could hit Pat up and then, like, if you send it to the business page, we don't check those messages every day. But if you send it to support@grillbeast.com or info@grillbeast.com, those messages get checked all day, every day, like 7 days a week. So, yeah, right. Yeah, that's what I thought you meant. Don't fool. Somebody must have mentioned to put foil on it. And I remember talking to somebody a few days ago about that tail, and that was a suggestion. And sounds like it's a good thing I didn't do that. All right, so that's pretty much the show. I mean, it was only 35 minutes. I actually thought about cutting the end of the tail off, stripping the meat off of that, and making something out of the end of the meat. But I was like, well, what would I make? And the only thing that kept coming to mind is Gator tacos. Well, I did Gator tacos last week. And not that they weren't good. They were actually delicious. But I just didn't want to do the same thing 2 weeks in a row. But I have a ton of recipes. I mean, really kick-ass Gator recipes. So, oh, you sent me a text on my phone. Uh-oh. That is a pit barrel. I mean, a pit barrel. It's a Pit Boss pellet smoker. So who asked me if I got the message, Pat? Yeah, yeah, Fred. If you sent it today, I don't have it. Yeah, so send me the message again. Um, 504-338-4691. That's if you have like a real problem that needs like serious attention. That's my personal cell phone number, everybody. Um, and I've had that same number for years. So anyway, um, okay, so that's a really good question. So the other night I came out here and I did fried gator nuggets and French fries in a deep fryer, and I already had gators sitting in buttermilk, so I defrosted. All right, so there's a bunch of things. All right, let me start with this, and this is really with all meat. It should be done this way. You want to take and defrost your, especially gator and fish. Really, it's better if you just let it defrost in the fridge. That's for a couple reasons. If you want to refreeze it, and as long as it was defrosted in the fridge, you can refreeze it and there's no issues. Okay, because it didn't get over 40 degrees. Once it's over 40 degrees for a period of time, you don't want to refreeze it. With gator meat, it'll turn it flaky, maybe even mushy. Okay, it's going to change that texture because it got over 40 degrees for a long time. But that you can kind of use that rule for all meat, right? You always, now there's sometimes when you know you're cooking it right then, just throw it in some cold water and it's good to go. So I don't know that I really learned anything from that, but I really did a lot of research on gator meat with that exact scenario. Another thing, it is good. I think it is better to use some buttermilk. You don't want to use yogurt. You know, some people use yogurt to tenderize meat, but yogurt can actually change the flavor or add something to the flavor of the meat that you might not want. But buttermilk doesn't change the flavor. You can, it's preferred that you only do it for, you know, with gator overnight, maybe a little bit more. You don't want to go too far, but you can, I mean, I've done a lot of reading on this, and gator that I did the other day, it was actually in, oh, the ribs. They were marinating buttermilk for like 30 hours, 36 hours, which was longer than I wanted, but I didn't have any choice. It's just the way it worked out. What else? And again, this is like for all meat, not just gator. When I went to deep fry it the other night, I wasn't really thinking. I took it out of the fridge, which was cold, and my fridge is like really cold. And I brought it outside here, and it was really cold outside that night. And I didn't let the gator meat warm up to like room temperature. So because it was cold, it affected the breading. It was still really good. It was still really tender. But it was a mistake. But it was still fine. Gator meat, when you cook it and you overcook it, it's tough. You undercook it, it's tough. Okay, but there's not like, you don't have to be, it's not, I guess if you're not paying attention, you can screw it up. But I mean, like, I don't pay attention half the time because I'm running my mouth. And I didn't mess up any gator at all. But what happens is when gator meat starts to get cold, it starts to toughen up again. And then you're kind of take a chew on it and you're like, man, that's tough. But then you heat it back up and it's tender again. So that's something I didn't really realize until this week. I'm trying to think what else I learned. I'm sure there's some other stuff that's just not coming to mind. Somebody's trying to call me from Ohio. Oh, Fred just texted me. Is that Fred calling me? All right, so, all right, here we go. Oh, yeah. So, look, if you want gator meat, you go to grillbeastfoods.com. All right? there's a link in the top of the feed on Facebook, not on Instagram, because Instagram doesn't give us that option. There's a link at the top. It takes you straight to the gator tail even. But if you go to grillbeastfoods.com, that website looks way different than the Grill Beast website. I don't have that one fixed up yet, but it's good enough for now. It gets the job done. And you can order gator meat. So, and over the next few weeks, you're going to be able to order crawfish. You're going to be able to order snake. And some other things. We got like a whole list of exotic meat. Like we've been like, me and Pat were talking about getting this going a couple years ago, but we were running into a bunch of roadblocks, and there's like a ton of work trying to find the source of this meat, and it's not easily found. So and like even if you find it, you still have to research what they're doing to it to make sure they're not adding anything to it that you don't want. So so like we're able to find some of this meat with some suppliers or processors, but we find out that they add all these other things to the meat, preservatives and stuff that we really don't want in the meat. You know, usually when you order exotic meats, you're going to eat it right away anyway, so you don't need all that chemical stuff in there. What are we looking like, Pat? Yeah. I have not thought about injecting the gator. I'm not sure what I would put inside the gator, to be honest. Yeah, it'd be kind of like... I would say a tail would definitely feed 8 people. Because you have 4 loins that are about... Well, you got 2 of them that are about that big around. And the biggest part of it is probably 16 inches or so. So that's a good question. 8 people. It depends on how hungry those people are and what else you got going on. Yeah, I mean, it appears that it would, like looking at that tail, it looks like it would feed 8 people. I'll know more when I start cutting that thing up. You know, when I get all the meat out of it and all that, I would know more. I would assume, because you're going to have something other than gator meat, even if it's just French fries, right? You're going to have something else, I guess. And you can make a little dipping sauce, Starsky. All right, Starsky, later, Gator man. Grill pins would have been... Oh, yeah, so the grill pins could have been handy on that. Right, John. That's true. That's true. What other questions we got? Look, it's not too late. Pat, can you rewind? Because I think I set this feed up so you could actually rewind if you needed to. See if you can rewind. I'm having Pat test. So, Pat, I thought I set this feed up so you could rewind. Let me see if it works for me. But look, you can still share the feed even though it's almost over. You can still have a watch party. Oh, Kip's grandbaby is a girl. 8 pounds 13 ounces. That's pretty big. And it's Ombre in Holland. So congratulations again. I just want to take and see if it sent me. Yeah. So let me see something. Yeah, it's not giving me the option to rewind on my phone, so I don't know. But look. So that's pretty good. Yeah, so actually, I actually almost turned the show into me dissecting the tail and taking the loins out. I really thought about doing that, but I wanted to actually cook it this way. I'll do another show like that where I cut the loins out, and But you can get the tail and cut the loins out if you want. And I think your price is about the same per pound, I believe. But you're gonna end up with 2 top loins and 2 tenderloins. You know, the jelly, which is the best part of the Gator, and you'll get the whole thing. So I'm yeah. So actually, Fred, I got both from you now. I got your voicemail and your text. I'll check it out as soon as I get off the air here, and um, yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. You could do that. Just slice it up. That's a great idea. I might do a show like that. Just, but you know, you're gonna need a hacksaw, right, to cut through the bone or the cartilage. Yeah. Yeah. You can do it on a bandsaw. If you have a sawzall that doesn't have a bunch of wood chips in it, take your sawzall. You can work. Hey, you take your sawzall and rinse the meat off, right? Um, but yeah, you could do that. Then that would be kind of cool to do. And that would definitely cook faster. Um, I think. See, when you get gator bites or gator nuggets, it's been tenderized. So when you cook it, you can cook it hot and fast, and it turns out great. Now, when you cut a tail, if you cut it in medallions like that, you might need to tenderize it a little bit, which, you know, you can get a tenderizer that has all the needles and that kind of stuff. You could, I mean, there's a few ways you can tenderize. Definitely soak it in buttermilk, and that makes sure that's something I have to play and experiment with. So I don't want to give like advice that I really don't know what the heck I'm talking about. So, but that is a great idea. That is a great idea. I like the idea. I'm going to get me another tail. And, but listen, I've had so much gator this week. This is, yeah, so sometime this week I'm going to do a gator loin. I'm going to fillet it. And that's the other thing. I'm not sure, like, I can fillet pork and I can fillet beef. I'm really good with a knife doing that. But I've never filleted gator, so I don't know how the grain of the meat or the texture of the meat is going to allow me to fillet it the right way. But the goal is to fillet it out so it's like a 1/2 inch thick, and spread crawfish boudin on it, and then roll it back up, and then wrap that in bacon and throw it in there. I'll probably do that later this week, and then that's going to be the last gator I eat for a while, because I am like gatored out. So I know that sounds odd, but if you've had as much gator as I have this week, like almost every day gator, you can only eat so much. But I'm telling you, even the boudin, as great as our boudin is, when you eat it every day, it gets old. You got to switch off to some gator, you know. And then we got crawfish pies. Crawfish pies are awesome, man. Yeah, watch parties are awesome. Nice. I tell you, man, we truly appreciate the watch parties. I thought that it would include, like, those numbers, I guess, don't port over to, like, the real live feed. Because, like, it shows right now, like, 76 people. So, whatever your number, like, that guy just said he had 81 on his watch party. And so that would have taken us to 160 right now. Pat, yeah, I know other people are doing watch parties too. And, yeah, so they are cool. I mean, you just click share, and then one of the options is a watch party. So, you could do both. Share it to a page, which I hope that's what people are doing, and then also do watch parties. So sharing it to the page shares it to other groups or wherever you shared it to, which I truly hope that you feel the content is worth that. And then watch party, you can do that second, and that's where it shows it to all your friends, like friends and family. So I think I just answered that part, but somebody just asked what a watch party is. A watch party, and I've actually not done one myself because I'm always on the air doing it. But you hit watch party, and it shows it available. It makes it available to all your friends, people on your friends list. if they're online at that time, they can look and see what you're watching. So then it becomes a watch party, kind of like a grill beast party, Tupperware party, however you want to put it. Yeah, so yeah, Jason said one meat that will never get old is beef. That's true. I mean, I could eat beef every single day. That is true. And, you know, like pork, you know, like, yeah, and I usually almost do. Like even we're going to be having lobster meat too. So you can get lobster tails pretty soon. I'm telling you, we're starting to lay this haul out. It's just taking time to get going. We got the shipping down pat now. Jennifer Bates says sharing is caring. Shared to many groups, plus my watch party. It's a party of the Sunday service ritual. Thank you very much. So I think that's pretty much it. I ran in my mouth for half the show. Well, actually, I ran in my mouth the whole time. So, but that's kind of my job. So, right, that's part of the job. So, what's really funny is a couple years ago, you couldn't get me in front of the camera. Now you can't shut me up. Like, this is my favorite part. This is like one part of the week I look forward to is doing live feeds. So, the Grovy's talk. So actually, one of the things that I really wanted to do is kind of like a podcast, a video podcast. So it would be live and it would be a podcast. And I could be out here by the fire, and it was going to be a fireside chat type thing. And I would interview owners of other companies or barbecue competition teams and stuff like that. And it's still up there to do. It's just, it takes a team to... can see you need so many people. Yeah, so Fred, you're exactly right. It's a lot of work trying to do all that stuff. And until we have like the right team in place, I can't possibly do all the stuff that I actually want to do. I mean, I've had people where I thought I was going to be able to pull it together. It didn't work out. Basically, me and Pat do pretty much everything with Grow Beast. We do have I got a part-time girl that does a few things for social stuff. And then I have a copywriter that does the copyright. But other than that, Pat does all the customer service, and I do product sourcing, company. I talk to factories, and I do a lot of feeds, and I don't know what else I do. Seems like I'm busy doing stuff all the time. So I don't know, man. Anyway, no, I'm not. I don't have to check that tail yet. It's only been in for 25 minutes, right? It went in like 10:30. So that thing is going to be in there for at least an hour. I don't know what temperature is. So you want that meat to be at a 160. And look, this thing's running at 215. So that's a little lower than I want it to be. I want it to be more like 225. But if I take it up to one more notch, it's gonna. I'd rather go that slow. It's fine with me. You could, but you'd have to get here to be a taste tester. If you show up here, you can taste test. You can. Just let me know. Oh, another reminder is we are now a lumberjack pellet dealer, and if you need pellets, I can hook you up. If you want to get a whole pallet of pellets shipped to you, I can make it worth your while to buy a whole pallet or a half a pallet. I mean, literally, I can cut you a deal that you can't get in your local store. You're not going to get from anybody else on the internet. So yeah, if you need to do that, like we don't have it listed on the website yet. I just ordered our first full pallet. A full pallet is 2,000 pounds of pellets. It's 120-pound bags. And so I got a whole a variety of different pellets. So anyway, and we're actually going to break some of those down into like 1-pound bags for people who just like have those little tube smokers and stuff like that, or like a box smoker, and you just want to throw pellets in there and fire them up. So we're going to have a way for you can get those at a good price also. Because a lot of places, they jack that price up so high for like a 1 pound or 2 pound thing, and it's like ridiculous. You know, you do have to jack it up a little bit because you're only selling a pound or two at a time, but we're going to be more fair about it than I think most people, or everybody. What else? Gated, huh? What did he say? Oh, Gator therapy. I see it now. Gator therapy. Yeah, this is Gator therapy. Oh, right. That's a good idea, Jason. Gator therapy. Good idea, man. Good idea. Good idea. That's a great idea. So, you know, we get a lot of good ideas from these shows, and we actually have a couple different T-shirts we're going to be coming out with soon, and the thing is, so like, there's like a lot of things that takes us a long time to come out with, but again, that kind of goes down to like the team thing, right? Like I found a company a few weeks ago for beanies and sweatshirts. But trying to get the time in my schedule to actually sit down on the phone with somebody is kind of hard because other phone calls are more important, right, than coming out with beanies. Although I love beanies, everybody loves beanies. Everybody wants a hoodie. You know, they've been crying for those for a couple years. I have. And just trying to find the right deal. And then when you find the right deal, you got to jump on it. But then other things come up, and it kind of puts things on the back burner. Debbie Reynolds is on here. Where's Debbie at? Debbie, I haven't talked to Debbie in a while. Anyway, unless you have questions, I'm pretty much done for today. I'm not sure if I have anything planned today. I really need to go get some jeans. The jeans I have on right now have a rip in the butt. I don't know if anybody noticed it, but I need to go find some jeans and stop wearing these holy clothes. They're my church clothes, I call them. A beast shirt, tank tops for beastettes. Yeah, I know, Jennifer. So yeah, Jennifer says we need the girl style tank tops. We definitely do. What'd Shannon say? You love weenies. Yep. What you said? Shannon's being a jokester. Oh, beanies. Yeah. All right. Good one, Shannon. All right. What else? How do you lime your pit boss? What's that question? There's got to be an error in it. Line or lime? Holy jeans. Yeah, holy jeans is right, Fred. I wear my jeans. I've been since I was a kid. I wear them till they can't be worn. Like they fall apart. Yeah, I mean, dude. Yeah, so like as kids, we didn't get like clothes all the time. We got clothes like twice a year, and half the time, right before school started, we get a couple pairs of jeans and a couple shirts. And at Christmas time, that's what we got for Christmas is clothes. So we wear them until they just fall apart. And what's weird is like they all give out at the same place, right at the corner of the back pocket. That's the first place mine have been given out. I don't know if that means my butt's getting big or what. But that, yeah, I don't even want to say what Pat just said his problem with his jeans are. Oh, hell. So, yeah. So, how do I like my pit boss? Art actually meant. I like my pit boss. I do. I like it. Is it the best pellet smoker? I don't know if it's the best. But for the money, I'm telling you, I got that thing on sale. And I think I paid like $350 for it. And it's the biggest one they have. So, I am very happy with it. I did do one modification to it. But the modification I did is a standard thing on the new pit bosses. So you won't even have to do that modification if you get a pit boss. And I think their biggest one is like 500 and some bucks. But you know, for the money, dude, It's great. It's convenient. You come out here and just turn it on, right? Now I still have a Weber. I still have a pit barrel, and I just used the pit barrel. Oh, see, I went over and no. So did I say pit? Yeah, pit. All right, Pit Boss. Pit Boss is the pellet smoker. Pit Barrel is the barrel smoker that we use. I still use those. I haven't used the Weber in a while, because it's just, I'm a busy person, and I don't like when I'm ready to cook something. I need to be able to fire it up, and that's the great thing about that's the great thing about these pellet smokers is they're just so convenient, and you get kind of spoiled with that convenience, and then all of a sudden you don't want to light charcoal anymore, but. I mean, really, Austin. It's the Austin XL. Yeah, I mean, I almost bought a gas grill a few weeks ago around first of the year because they were having some sales, and I was going to get a really nice one for like $250. But I said, you know what? I really don't need one because you can slide the plate on this, and you got the flames coming up. You can sear a steak, do hamburgers, pork burgers. I don't know if you've had pork burgers yet, but we're planning on having pork burgers on Grillby's Foods, but there's one little thing that I think we need to work out with that before we commit to doing those. But I'll tell you what, they're really good. If you haven't had a pork burger, it's not like eating pulled pork or anything like that. It's a burger, and it's not the same as beef, but it's not the same as like sausage either. It's not sausage because it doesn't have that sausage seasoning. All right, Pat said he's ready to wrap up. I'm holding him up from doing stuff, and so anyway, appreciate everybody coming on. Appreciate all the shares that you all gave us. I appreciate all the watch parties, all the questions. And look, in a couple hours when this thing comes off, I'm gonna do another live feed just to show everybody the finished product, and I'll taste it and see what it tastes like. See what that Casa M did to it. And peace out, everybody. Happy Sunday. Oh, where's the camera? Right here. And love you. Thanks a lot. Talk to y'all later. Going live again. Here we go. So, welcome to the show. This is going to be part 2 of our Gator Tale. It's episode 58, I think, of Feast with the Beast, part 2. Does it look a little dark to you guys on Instagram? Let me know what you think. But we're about to pull out the Gator Tail. And it looks delicious. I just checked it. It was at 161 about 3 minutes ago. Put my beast armor on. Now, I don't know if I have a plate that is big enough for the plating, but let me see something. Turn this away a little bit. So, Jason Willigen, Mike C, Amy Jackson. So, that's the finished tail. So, no, man, Mike, go back and watch that first part. The first part had a lot of good information in it, and you can see how I wrapped that tail with the bacon. While it was in, I mopped it with a olive oil butter sauce with the beast mop. So here we go. So I'm gonna go bring this over here so you can see. So look, take and share the feed. You can see the end got a little bit crispy, but everything else is nice and juicy. You see how nice and useful these beast mesh screens are, right? So there you go. Put this bad boy right here. Smells delicious. Smells delicious. In case y'all don't know, this is the grill brush we're about to come out with. It's got a scraper and everything on it. Let that burn off a little bit. So, here we go. Now, honestly, I don't know what to use to plate this thing. You guys can tell me what you think. I have this, right? Which is, none of these things are big enough to carry the whole thing. I also have this. I have this. Or I can put it in this. So, or I can put it on this and let the whole tail hang off. You know, this thing here. So what do you guys think? Grills of Mississippi is back. Grills of Mississippi. We think they're going to be carrying our stuff soon. I'm not sure. I've talked to Jonathan a couple times, and I know I've had people, and this is no BS, Jonathan. Really, no BS at all. Literally, I've had a couple people email me to ask me when you were getting the stuff in because they were waiting to buy stuff and they wanted to buy it from your store. And so and that's true. That's true. But that was like in December. So I don't know if they're still waiting or not. But so yeah. So if you guys have an opinion on which one I should mount this on or plate this on, I don't know. What do y'all think about this one? Just do it on a cutting board? I'm fine with that too. Do it just on the cutting board. Let's see if I can get this thing off of the screen. Yeah. Oh yeah. There you go. Right there. I did stick a couple toothpicks in this right here to keep the bacon wrapped around it. So, again, like one of the reasons I'm doing all the Gator this week is so we can get pictures for the website. So, I do have to take a picture every step of the way. Hope you guys don't mind. But, let me kind of see what we got going here. That's not a bad looking tail height. I'm only going to take a couple pictures. All right, that's good enough. All right, so what do y'all think? I'm going to take and cut it open here in a minute. I just want to take and make sure everybody sees it really good. Is it dark on Instagram? Because it looks like it is. But look at that. Does that look good? Right? What do you got to do? Here for the cut. Yeah, I know. We're all here for the cut and the taste. Just give it a second. Oh, I'll tell you what, if you could smell this, oh, man, it smells awesome. So I need to grab a knife. I forgot to bring my knife. Now I didn't make any dipping sauce for it, so I'm gonna try the Gator just like it is, without the bacon. So look at it. That's the top left loin. Oh yeah. Tell you what, man. Let me try the bottom one now. And get a bigger cut out of that. So this is that's nice white meat. Tell you, man, it's good. Any questions? I don't know why it's so dark for Instagram. Anyway, turned out all excellent. I'm gonna have to pull all that meat off. I'm not going to be able to eat it all, but I'm going to take and freeze some of it because I know I can't eat it all. Kids will be coming home here in a couple hours. They'll eat some of it. Tom Waters. I'm not sure what that means, Tom. What's taking so long to cut? Oh no, because there's cartilage that runs. There's 4 little. Look, and I'm trying to keep it to where I'm not destroying the whole thing. But like, let me do this. So, if you can see, like that's cartilage in here. So you got meat here, you got meat here, meat there, meat there. So there's 4 tubes that run through. So when I was cutting, I had to cut right around the cartilage to get my piece of meat. Okay, but like it is tender. Like it's tender, no doubt about it. So anyway, that's what took so long to cut. Good question. Yeah, Cynthia, that was a bacon weave that was wrapped around it. If you look at the show I did earlier today, like if you weren't on earlier I took and I did the bacon weave, I seasoned it and all that, and then I put it on the smoker. This is part 2. So if you didn't see part 1, you should go back and watch part 1, and then I'd probably answer a lot of questions. Too bad you can't send it through the messenger. No, I'm like no bull, man. It's really good. It is tender. When you cut it off the tail, you have to, because it's 4 tubes that run through. Like you have your tail and it has 2 tubes at the top and 2 at the bottom, and those are the 4 loins. Left and right top, left and right bottom. The bottom are the tenderloins, and they're bigger. Like the bottom ones are about that big around. The top ones are about that big around. What else? So yeah, you can go, Cynthia, you can go back to the other feed and watch the whole daggone thing. And the good thing about watching it later, you can speed through it. But I know I looked at the stats, and earlier it had reached 42,000 people with I can't remember how many actual views, but I think it was like 14 or 16,000 views so far, which that's pretty daggone good. I could do a gator salad. Do I need a recipe or you need a recipe? I'll take all the gator recipes I can get. So if you have one for me, I'll take it. What else we got? Gator is delicious. I'm telling you, it is good. So I don't want to destroy it because I still got to get some pictures for the website. And once I get those pictures for the website, you know, we're going to tear it up. And then I'll show pictures of it all tore up. About to order some boudin. Never knew it existed. I will. Oh, so Wade, you are going to be so surprised when you get the boudin. Oh my gosh, man, it is so delicious. Sometime this week, I'm gonna do a gator loin stuffed with crawfish boudin, and so I'm telling you, man, that's gonna be delicious, delicious. Make sure you check out the crawfish pies we have too, and over the next few weeks, we're gonna be adding diamondback rattlesnake, live crawfish, everything. So we're gonna be rocking it out. How about a close of the inside? So Jason wants a close up of the inside. Let me see if I can do this. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, so let me see if I can so yeah, so you can see where the tube is. See, that's cartilage right here. So I cut the top and then I cut the bottom. Okay, and so you can see on Gator, there is no medium well or medium rare and all that kind of stuff. You get everything done on Gator. You don't do medium and all that kind of crap. Okay, we just don't do it. And actually, if you do medium rare, it's going to be tough. You gotta cook it down. So here, what else? Did that answer your question about the cutting, Shirley? Gator, the Cajun food of champions. Yeah, I tell you, yeah, Gator's big down here, man. Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Florida, lots of Gator going on. Larry Hickenbob, what's going on? Dude, all you gotta do is you go to grillbeastfoods.com and you click on the Gator, and then you click on the Gator tail, or you can get a whole Gator too. We sell whole Gators too. Soon we're gonna have lobster. Tom just mentioned lobster, that's why I brought that up. So anyway, okay, Casey, I think you're saying that's 103 people on. Awesome. Look, you can hit share and hit watch party or all that kind of stuff. Try to get as many people on here as we can. What other questions do we have? Yeah, I did deep fried gator the other night, Gordon. So I'm gonna say it doesn't really taste like chicken. I mean, there's similarities, I guess. If it tasted just like chicken, nobody would buy Gator. You know what I mean? No, so I did the temp. I had the temp at like 210, 225. And it took a little over, let me see, I put it in at 10:30. It was 11:30, 12:30, 1:30. It took about 3 hours, 3.25 hours to do. Let's see, we've been on 15 minutes. So yeah, about 3 to 3.25 hours at that temperature. And this was like a 3.8 pound tail, about 30 inches long. What else? This is my first time looking at your show. All right, well, welcome to the show, Shirley. We'll look forward to the next show. Yeah, man, just hit, there's a button somewhere on the video, and it should notify you when we're going to be on. We do a lot of shows. I mean, I've done probably a couple hundred live feeds. I don't know. Seems like I saw a stat Facebook sent me last week, and it was a lot of shows. But this is our 58th episode of Feast with the Beast. But we do live feeds in between also, so they all add up. Probably done 100 and some, not even counting the Feast with the Beast. Yeah, deep fried gator is good, but what you got to make sure of is that your meat is not cold. You got to have your meat. It's got to be room temperature before you put the batter on it. It'll mess your batter up. It'll still cook, but your batter will get bready. It'll still get crispy, but it's not going to be as good as if you didn't have the cold in it. Final it. Are you trying to say I should wrap this up, Frank? Is that what you're telling me? That's okay. So anyway, does anybody have any questions? If not, this is going to be a wrap, and I'm going to finish doing what I got to do to get pictures for the website and social. Rockin' Ryan Olson, if you had a choice to enjoy Gator, cooked by a chef, who would that chef be? Oh. Well, that's a tough question because there's a lot of good chefs out there. I honestly don't have an answer for you, man. I don't. Oh, the internal temp of the Gator tail, 160. Mine, it hit 161. And I took a picture of that, and I can show it to you. Just to, and I took a video, all that kind of stuff for the website. So it was 159 on that picture. And so that was a couple minutes before I took it off. I had to go in there and set the live feed up. And then, but yeah, 160. So Jason wants Martha Stewart to do it. I don't know if Martha Stewart would be my my first choice. I mean, there's a lot of great chefs out there that nobody knows about. That's why I'm like, there's that one guy. He's pretty creative, Bobby Flay. I mean, I don't know. Seems like people have a hard time beating Bobby Flay. I'd take something from him. But we have a guy down the street here that won Chopped, and he was actually on the show last year. And we did squid and something else. Oh, and by the way, that guy has the best. Oh my God, I can't remember. I can't believe I just forgot the daggone name of this stuff. Just give me a second. Anyway, Kenny Franken, good afternoon, buddy. Dan Olson, what's up? Oh, Alton Brown, that'd be a good one, right? A lot of people look up to Alton Brown, right? So, Brian Reeves, crawfish. Yeah, we're gonna be having crawfish soon. Let me see. I just received a gift from a friend of your Groby's gloves, hat, and T-shirt. Also love them. Your merchandise rocks. Thank you very much. Matter of fact, this is the Beast Armor right here. They come in pairs. And this is the hat. Did you get the trucker hat or the baseball cap? But we got like a bunch of stuff, you know, a bunch of stuff. So, my brain just had a failure when I was trying to think of belly. I can't believe I'm having a brain fart right now. Anyway, Harry So. So you know Harry So. I don't know if you know this. Harry So. He's like he does a lot of competitions, or he used to. I don't know if he still does. And all he used was a Weber, a Smoky Mountain from Weber. He just threw a bunch of those in his car, and he'd go around to competitions, and he'd win. And he said he only used just like regular charcoal, nothing fancy, and he was winning competitions. That's how he got famous. So, yep, David, we're done cooking, David. We already did the gator tail. Jennifer Bates, what's up? Michael, what's going on? Mike Selly, yep. Oh, you're the one that said Harry. Yep. Wade, Myron Mixon. Hey, I met Myron. Myron's cool dude. I don't know if that's the guy I would get to do my gator. Not that anything against him, but that I don't know that he even consider. He's not a chef, so you're not going to get. I mean, you're going to get some good barbecue. I don't know. Maybe he can rock out some good gator. I don't know. I shouldn't say. So somebody said Emerald. Who else? Yeah, it is a senior moment, Jack. It really is. Okay, so Rick says he would get himself to do it. Patrick, mine is Chef Paul, Justin Folse, and Justin Wilson. Now Chef Paul, isn't he dead? Patrick? Who else we got? Who else? Let me look at the bottom here. Are you going to be doing salmon soon? I I imagine I will. I know we did a stuffed salmon probably about 6 months ago, and so that one is like awesome. I mean, the seafood stuffing for that was outrageous. Let's see what else. Oh man, so David, all you gotta do is go to the feed I did this morning, and you can see the entire thing. Like all I did right now is I took it out of the smoker. So Malcolm Reed is what Shannon says. Rick said Chef Albertini again. Let me see. Yeah. So anyway, I think that's going to be pretty much it for now. Let me see if there's any questions coming in that I need to look at on my phone, and then yeah. So anyway, that's pretty much it. I can still not find that Gator Meat website. What do you mean you can't find the Gator Meat website? It's, if you type in, don't type it into Google, type it in your address bar. grillbeastfoods.com. Let me see something. Because you should be able to get it even if you type it in Google. Let's see, grillbeastfood.com. There you go. grillbeastfoods.com. I just typed it in, man. Let me go to Google. I thought that's where I was. And then we'll see. And I'll type it in again. grillbeastfoods.com. It came up in Google too. So I'm not sure what you're typing in wrong. Angela, how you doing? James, Dana. The pellet smoker I use is a Pit Boss. I've had it for just a little over a year now. Bayou Rick just put the link in the chat. Shannon, have to click on all to see all. Yeah, so if you go to Grill Beast Foods, you'll see there's a link that says Shop Exotic Foods. Click on that, you'll see everything. Like right now, we only have a few categories on there. We got Gator, boudin, and crawfish pies. So over the next few weeks, we're going to be adding crawfish tails, live crawfish that can be shipped overnight to your house. We'll also be adding diamondback rattlesnake, like kangaroo, all kinds of stuff. So, yeah. Let's see. Patty, is there much shrinkage in gator meat? No, there is not really much shrinkage in gator meat because gator meat doesn't have any fat in it. Okay, so whenever you process a gator, you have the skin, you have the fat, and you have the meat, and you have the bone. Okay, so like with beef, you're used to your fat running through your beef or even your pork. You got fat that runs through. With gator, all the fat is on top of the muscle. So when they skin it, and then they take the fat off, and then they get to the meat. So no, there's really no shrinkage. I don't want to say there's no shrinkage, but it's minimal because it really doesn't have any fat, which is why you use you wrap it in bacon when you're doing something like the tail, because you don't want it to dry out. And with that bacon all wrapped around it, it keeps adding fat to it as it cooks. So shrimp, yep, it's going to have shrimp. Louisiana Gulf shrimp. So then you got Ben Franklin sent me the website to buy gator meat. Ben Franklin. Here, hold on. Let me copy. Let me see if I can find Ben's post. And I'm going to send it right in on... I'm going to post the link. Look, I just posted a link in the feed. Now, I'm also... So yeah, all right, and then after the feed's done, I'll post it in here also. Ben, you might want to take your email off of there because other people's going to have your email now. But that's up to you. I can go back and find your email and send it to you. Let me close that. I don't know how to read both Facebook and Instagram. My head would be hurting. Yeah. So I'm looking at both. I have two cameras set up, and they're on one tripod. And yes, David, that is a Pit Boss grill. But you know, I mean, you can use any smoker. You know what I mean? The smokers, it's all on what you do to it. I mean, you do want a reliable smoker. That's the biggest thing. Jennifer Bates just put a link up also. Rick put a link up, and I think some other people probably put links up. So that should be taking care of that. Anyway, does anybody have any questions? Oh, this is what I was meant to say. So the guy down the street who won Chopped, he makes the best. I just forgot again. Never mind. I'm giving up. It's time for me to go. Take off for the rest of the day. I'm tired. I've been working all day, and it's Sunday. So, pork belly. What the heck is wrong with me? But yeah, it's the best pork belly I've ever had. I've had lots and lots of pork belly. And he used to serve it in his restaurant, but he wasn't getting enough orders for it, so he quit serving it. But I'm telling you, it's the best. The best. Germ. So what can't you click on, Germ? You can't click on the links? That's weird. Let me check it out. Let me check it out. So I'm gonna. Oh yeah. So, all right. So I don't know what to tell you on that. Just go to grillbeastfoods.com. All right. Usually if the link is put in right, it pulls up the website. But I don't know. I don't know. All right. Look, I'm gonna wrap this puppy up. There I go saying that again. And I'm going to take off the rest of the day and do a whole lot of nothing. So, anyways, nice seeing y'all again. Thanks for the vids, man. I'll be doing... Hey! No, man, I'm telling you, the tail is good. It is. It's really good. All the bites that I did this week, awesome. The ribs were good. Like I said, when I did the ribs, I used a sweet barbecue sauce on them on the end, and I wish I wouldn't have done that. But other than that, the ribs were great. It just, for my taste, the sauce was too sweet. So next time, I'm not going to add sauce. David, talk about the shipping times. Yeah. So whenever we have an order on Grill Beast Foods for frozen food or food in general, we ship on Mondays and Tuesdays. We ship 2 and 3 day. We want to make sure you get it by Friday. We're working on another deal with another shipping company to see if we can get even a better deal. See if we can get Saturday deliveries. If we can get Saturday deliveries, we can ship all the way through Wednesday with no problem. But as it is right now, we ship every Monday and Tuesday for food. Grill Beast barbecue accessories, we ship 6 days a week. Every day that the post office and UPS runs, we ship. So, does that cover it, Rick, or am I leaving out something? Hopefully I'm not leaving out anything. Look, I'm done. Peace out, everybody. Y'all have a good day.